Welcome back to Cooking Index to Appendix. Today we're on recipe number 17 and we're cooking grilled summertime wings. So as you know, I love the grilled wing. These wings are going to be a little bit different because there's no hot spice in them, but they've got some really great fresh ingredients. So if you just come in here quickly and we take a look. So we've got some lemon juice in here, a fair portion of it. We've got a little bit of lime juice and olive oil. That's going to make the base of our marinade. We've then got, if we take a quick look here, we've got some black pepper, some salt, some cumin and some sweet paprika. On the left here I've got some fresh mint. So this I've actually just picked from the garden. If you give it a quick little chop, it doesn't have to be finely sliced or cut up too evenly, just a little sort of roughness. If you don't have a chopping board like this, you can just use a knife or simply use some scissors and just chop it up as you go. Before we carry on, you may have noticed I'm wearing a slightly different apron today. This is a baking apron, thanks to my girlfriend. I don't normally wear little cupcakes, my other apron's getting washed, so I hope you're not getting a little bit of glare or anything. It is a beautiful sunny day, so hopefully you can see everything that's going on. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a bowl. As I mentioned before, you can sometimes put the spices in a Tupperware and mix them all up and then chuck them in. What I'm actually going to do is just show you another way of doing it, and that's just doing it in the bowl beforehand. Now a lot of these things may seem quite obvious, but I've seen a lot of people make the mistake of just, sometimes putting the marinade half mixed up, and you really don't get that mixture going through the wings, and it's highly important that that does happen. So I'm going to chuck the rest of the wet ingredients, and that's the lemon in there. Then got the lime juice. So just a little bit of that. I'm then going to throw this fresh mint in. And this is really going to be the star of the dish from what I can see. Now, I've said we're doing a marinade, so we're going to be marinating these for a minimum of 4 hours. If you remember when we did the last recipe that had a lot of lemon juice in, if I over marinated them, I found that the lemon juice made the skin go a little bit too soft and it was a little bit harder to get crispy. This being a grilled dish will be a little bit different, but I'm still going to stick to about 4 hours of marinade. We're then just going to add some olive oil, just enough to sort of give it enough base so that all of those wings can get an even spread of the marinade. Then just taking a teaspoon and just mixing it up. We're getting some really great flavors in there. That's beautiful. So we're just going to take the wings, we're going to put them in here. If you remember, I like to do everything by hand. I like to get my hands dirty, but do whichever way you like. Some people like to wear gloves, some people use a spoon. Just make sure if you are using your hands that you actually clean them afterwards. That's quite important. Oh, great. So those are looking beautiful. If we have a quick look here, you can see they look really awesome. So I'm going to place those in the fridge for about 4 hours, and we'll see you this evening, and we'll get these bad boys on the grill. Welcome back. Our summertime wings have been marinated for about 4 hours now, maybe a little bit over, maybe a little bit under, but they're looking really good. Got the last bit of the sun, so it's a perfect evening just to be getting these on and then sitting outside and really just taking in the wing flavor. So I've taken them out the fridge already and left them for probably about 15 minutes just so that they get to air temperature. You never want to cook a wing when it's too cold straight out the fridge. The reason being is that it's probably going to burn on the outside before it gets to cook through because of the temperature of the wing. It's going to cook at different temperatures. So just give that a nice little last turn in here. And then if we come over here, you can see those are looking beautiful. So we're just going to chuck them on the grill. I'm just going to pour the rest of that over, probably get a bit of flameage. And if we do, that's never a problem. So as I mentioned before, what we're going to want to do is we're just going to want to cook these wings, keep turning them probably every 7 to 10 minutes and cook them until they're crispy on the outside and cooked all the way through. And I estimate that's going to be about 25 to 35 minutes. So I'll see you then. Welcome back. We've been going for about 35 minutes now. I'm getting itchy feet because these guys are looking amazing. Hopefully it's not too dark and you can see there. It's getting a beautiful, beautiful color. Now what I've had to do here is I've actually moved the drumlets away from the winglets so they can cook at slightly different heats. That way I can get all the wings together at the same time. These are the drumlets, the ones that look like baby chicken legs. And then the winglets are obviously my all-time favorite piece of food. Pretty much like eating candy when I look at these bad boys. Okay, so I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to put these in here. Again, I've already sort of let one or two of these cool down. Hopefully I've let it cool down enough so that I can really just get my hands dirty. Whoa. That flavour is unbelievable. You can smell that mint, hint of the lemon and the lime, which I'm surprised about because there wasn't a lot of it in there. I can see these are still smoking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys if you can come back in a few minutes time and let this cool down, otherwise I'm going to burn my mouth out and I'm not going to enjoy the rest of those. Thanks for waiting there. Yeah, I was worried about just burning the crap out of my mouth. This is at a normal temperature now, so we'll give it a little whiff. You can definitely smell that lemon. Definitely getting that summertime feeling. It's not quite a mojito in the mouth with that mint and lemon, but it's pretty close. It's a beautiful chicken wing. I can't wait for summer to fully kick in Australia, and I can bet you I'm going to be having that quite a few times this year. Give it a go yourself. Let me know what it's like.